Let's get right into it. Number 10. The Glass Rain Planet. That's basically what's happening on HD 1897333b, a planet so hostile it makes Earth's worst hurricane look like a light mist that politely apologizes. This place has winds screaming across the surface at over 5,000 miles per hour. That's fast enough to take sound, dignity, and most known materials and erase them from existence. And what's riding those winds? Rain, but not water. Microscopic shards of glass. Here's how your brain should picture this. Superheated silicate particles condense into glass, then get flung sideways at hypersonic speed, not falling gently, not dripping, just being aggressively hurled like the universe is mad at the concept of eyeballs. The planet orbits so close to its star that temperatures soar above 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Molecules don't behave normally at those levels. Chemistry stops being polite and starts throwing furniture. Silicon vaporizes, condenses, and boom, glass weather. Your body wouldn't even get a dramatic death here. You'd be sandblasted into atoms before your brain finished saying, "This seems bad." There's no solid ground you could hide behind, no calm side of the planet to escape to. The atmosphere itself is the weapon. What makes this terrifying isn't just the violence, it's the indifference. The planet doesn't hate you, it doesn't even notice you. The physics are just doing their thing, and their thing is shredding anything unlucky enough to exist there. Basically, this is what happens when a planet looks at the concept of habitable and laughs so hard it creates a weather system made of glass. Number 9. The Lava Ocean World. You know how people say, "I'm fine, just burning alive inside," on 55 Cancri E? That's not a metaphor, that's geography. This planet is essentially a giant, exposed magma nightmare. One side permanently faces its star, locked in place like it lost a cosmic staring contest. That side is so hot, over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, that rock doesn't just melt. It becomes an ocean, an actual ocean, of lava, waves and all. Picture standing on the shore of a glowing Red Sea, except the shore is also glowing, and the air itself is trying to kill you. Volcanoes don't erupt here because the entire planet is one ongoing eruption. The crust can't cool. Just endless molten rock sloshing around like the planet forgot to turn off the stove. Your brain hates this because lava breaks a rule. Rock is supposed to be solid, dependable, trustworthy. Here, it behaves like water, which means the ground itself is a lie. The atmosphere might contain vaporized rock clouds. Let that sink in. Not dust, not ash, vaporized rock. The sky is basically stone steam, and the temperature difference between the permanent day side and night side is so extreme it likely causes planet-wide stress fractures. The whole world is cracking under its own heat like a ceramic plate shoved into a bonfire. If Earth is a cozy campfire, this planet is the inside of the furnace someone warned you never to open. Basically, 55 Cancri E is proof that solid ground is more of a suggestion than a guarantee in this universe. Number 8. The planet that rains metal. Some planets have water cycles. Some have carbon cycles. WASP-76b looked at that concept and said, what if the weather was murder? This planet is so hot that metals don't stay solid. Iron literally evaporates into the atmosphere on the day side. Not melts, evaporates. Turns into iron vapor like a sword left too close to a cosmic blowtorch. Because the planet is tidally locked, one side is permanently facing its star, while the other side lives in eternal night. Winds scream across the planet, dragging that iron vapor from the blazing day side to the cooler night side, where temperatures drop just enough for physics to go, okay, that's enough, and then it rains. Liquid iron, not metaphorical iron. Not rusty drizzle, actual molten metal droplets falling from the sky like the universe's worst heavy metal album cover. Your brain should pause here because rain is supposed to be soothing. Rain is cozy. This rain would burn straight through you, the ground, and probably the concept of umbrellas. The atmosphere is constantly cycling metal, meaning the sky itself is participating in an endless industrial accident. You wouldn't see the rain the way you expect. The sky would glow. The clouds would shimmer with metallic vapor. It would look beautiful in the way active volcanoes look beautiful, right before they remove you from existence. Basically, WASP-76b is what happens when a planet weaponizes the periodic table and decides iron should fall from the sky. Number 7. The Gravity Crusher. Imagine trying to stand up, but your body weighs 3 times more than it should. Your bones protest. Your muscles give up. Your organs start having opinions. Welcome to a super-Earth with gravity so intense it would flatten you like a dropped sandwich. Planets like Kepler-10c or similar mega-Earths pack several times Earth's mass into a not that much bigger size. That means gravity cranked way up. Not enough to turn you into a pancake instantly, but enough to make movement impossible. You wouldn't fall over. You'd just sink. Every breath would feel like lifting weights with your lungs. Your heart would struggle to push blood uphill through your own body. Standing upright would be an Olympic event you did not train for. The terrifying part is that the surface might look normal. Solid ground. Maybe mountains. Maybe plains. Nothing screaming instant death. Just quiet. Crushing pressure reminding you that biology has limits. Your brain evolved for Earth gravity. It assumes certain things about how effort works. on this planet. Those assumptions betray you immediately. Your nervous system fires commands your muscles cannot fulfill. Even worse, higher gravity often means thicker atmospheres, more pressure. You're being hugged by the planet, and it will not let go. You don't explode. You don't burn. You just slowly lose the ability to function. Basically, this planet doesn't kill you dramatically. It simply reminds you, constantly, that you were never meant to exist there. Number 6. The Eternal Storm World. Some planets have storms that pass. This one has a storm that is the planet. Meet gas giants like WASP-12b or similar atmospheric nightmares, where winds never stop, lightning never takes a break, and the entire sky is a permanent disaster zone. No calm eye, no peaceful aftermath, just endless atmospheric chaos. Picture hurricane-force winds as the default setting, clouds whipping around the planet faster than Earth rotates, lightning ripping through the sky not during a storm, but because the atmosphere simply exists that way. Your brain hates this because it expects weather to be temporary. Storms come and go. Here, the planet forgot how to stop. The physics are simple and rude. Extreme heat differences between hemispheres, insane rotational speeds, and thick gas layers create runaway energy. The atmosphere keeps feeding itself, recycling heat and motion in a loop with no off switch. You wouldn't hear thunder, you'd feel it. The entire sky would vibrate. Pressure waves would travel through your body like the planet itself is yelling. There's also evidence that some of these planets are being actively torn apart by their stars. Their atmospheres stretch out into space like cosmic smoke trails. If Earth weather is a mood swing, this is a personality disorder. Basically, this planet is a never-ending alarm bell made of wind and electricity, screaming into space because physics told it to. Number 5. The Planet of Endless Night. Now imagine the opposite problem. A planet where the sun never rises. Not sometimes. Not seasonally. Never. Some rogue planets drift through space without a star, abandoned by their solar system like cosmic orphans. No sunlight, no warmth, just eternal darkness broken only by internal heat. If there's any left, your brain relies on light more than you realize. Circadian rhythm, mood, orientation. On this planet, your internal clock immediately quits its job. Sleep and waking become meaningless concepts. Temperatures drop to hundreds of degrees below zero. Atmospheres freeze and collapse onto the surface as snow, not water snow, but nitrogen, oxygen, methane. The sky literally falls. There's no outside feeling, just blackness pressing in from all directions. No horizon, no shadows, no stars bright enough to comfort you. Even sound behaves differently in cold, thin atmospheres. Everything feels muted, dead. And here's the creepiest part. Rogue planets might be the most common planets in the galaxy. There could be trillions of them, silently drifting, dark and frozen, between stars. They don't explode, they don't scream, they just exist, cold and empty, forever. Basically, this planet isn't terrifying because it's violent. It's terrifying because it removes everything your brain uses to define reality and leaves you alone with the dark. Number 4. The Crushing Atmosphere Planet. Some planets don't need lava or storms or glass rain to kill you. They just let the air do it. Take Venus-like worlds, but turned up even further. Thick, suffocating atmospheres that press down with hundreds of times Earth's surface pressure. Imagine the weight of an ocean sitting on your shoulders, except you're not underwater, you're just standing there, regretting everything. On planets like Venus, the pressure at the surface is already enough to crush submarines. On even more extreme versions, the atmosphere becomes less like air and more like a physical object. You're not breathing it. You're being compressed by it. Your body would fail quietly and quickly. Lungs collapse. Blood struggles to circulate. Your bones don't snap dramatically. They just lose the argument with physics. The heat doesn't help. These atmospheres trap energy like a planetary oven. Greenhouse gases stack up, bouncing heat back toward the surface again and again until the planet forgets what cooling is. Temperatures soar high enough to melt lead. The sky wouldn't be blue. It would be yellow, orange, or brown, thick with clouds that never rain water, only acid. Sulfuric acid clouds hang overhead, slowly dissolving anything exposed, like the planet is perpetually exhaling poison. Your brain would panic not because something is happening, but because nothing can happen. Movement is exhausting. Breathing is impossible. Escape is a fantasy. Number 3. The Boiling Water World. Water usually means life. This planet saw that association and decided to betray it. On some exoplanets, oceans exist under conditions so extreme that water behaves like a monster. Temperatures and pressures are so high that oceans boil from below while being crushed from above. Supercritical water forms, neither liquid nor gas, just angry chemistry. Imagine an ocean that doesn't ripple. It churns. It seethes. The water dissolves metals. It strips electrons. It breaks molecules apart like it's bored. You wouldn't float. You wouldn't sink. You'd chemically cease to be. These planets often orbit close to their stars, receiving constant energy. No tides. No gentle currents, just violent convection as heat rises endlessly from the depths. Your brain hates this because water is supposed to be familiar, drinkable, calming. Here, it's corrosive. The ocean isn't a place, it's a process. Even the boundary between sea and air is unstable. Steam clouds form, collapse, reform. The horizon would blur into a white, boiling nothingness. Basically, this planet turns Earth's most comforting substance into an industrial solvent and dares you to exist near it. Number 2. The planet that's being eaten. Some planets are doomed, and they know it. Well, not emotionally, but physically, absolutely. Meet planets like WASP-12b, which orbit so close to their stars that gravity itself starts stealing pieces of them. This isn't a metaphor. Their atmospheres are literally being pulled off, stretched into space like cosmic taffy. Imagine standing on a world where the sky is actively escaping. The atmosphere isn't stable, it's flowing away from the planet in a glowing stream. The star looms so close it fills half the sky, blasting radiation and heat nonstop. Your brain struggles here because planets are supposed to be permanent, solid, reliable. This one is on a countdown timer. The heat is extreme, hot enough to puff the planet up, making it easier for the star's gravity to grab hold. Every second, tons of gas are stripped away. Over millions of years, the planet will shrink, change, or vanish entirely. There's no surface safety. Even if you could somehow stand somewhere solid, the radiation alone would cook you instantly. High-energy particles slam into everything, tearing molecules apart like they're made of paper. The sky would glow unnaturally, stretched thin, streaked with escaping gases. No stable weather, no stable future, just erosion on a planetary scale. This isn't destruction by explosion, it's death by proximity. Too close to something powerful, and you slowly stop being a thing at all. Basically, this planet is being unmade in real time, like the universe decided to demonstrate what happens when gravity gets hungry. Number 1. The Hell Temperature Giant. And finally, the king of absolutely not. There are planets so hot that they don't just break chemistry, they insult it. Some exoplanets reach temperatures over 7,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of many stars. At this point, molecules can't survive. Atoms start losing electrons. The atmosphere becomes plasma. Let that sink in. The air is partially ionized. You're not breathing gas, you're standing inside something closer to a lightning bolt. These planets glow. Literally, they emit visible light because they're so hot. The sky would shine like a furnace, with colors shifting as energized particles crash into each other non-stop. Your brain has no category for this. Fire still assumes something solid is burning. Here, everything is energy. The concept of touching anything becomes meaningless because matter itself is unstable. Even iron vaporizes. Rock doesn't melt, it dissociates. The planet exists in a state that feels illegal. What makes this terrifying isn't just the heat. It's that physics starts behaving differently. Familiar rules give up. Everything you understand about solids, liquids, gases, gone. Replaced by a glowing, violent soup of particles. You wouldn't feel pain, you wouldn't perceive danger, you'd simply fail to exist faster than your brain could register the problem. Basically, this planet isn't hostile to life, it's hostile to matter. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.